All right, guys. So this is my PGD portfolio presentation. I'm Jed Kobnajman Mensa, Valley View University School of Graduate Studies for the academic year 2025-2026 academic. Okay, so the purpose of this presentation is to document this portfolio presentation is to document my growth and learning experience during the Valley View University PGDE program, showcase competencies, prepare also for a teaching career. I I had to I would say I would describe myself as uh being of being of being born in Ghana and developed in Cape Verde. So both countries have had huge impacts on what I am today. And my philosophy is a learner-centered philosophy of education, where the learner is allowed to take initiative, and I also advocate for inclusive education. I am someone who always advocates for um, the less um, the less talked about issues. Um, People with disabilities, people with disadvantages or learning disabilities, or even chronic um, illnesses or invisible disabilities. And so it's no surprise that my professional background is in exercise science and with the aim of bringing functionality to people's life as a corrective exercise specialist. So, a corrective exercise specialist is a movement professional who uses evidence based assessments and targeted exercise strategies to identify and address muscular imbalances, improve posture and movement quality, reduce injury risk, and support safe performance, recovery, and long term physical function. And so, during the 1 year period, here are the courses that I studied, and these are courses that I would say have been fantastic so far. Principles of guidance and counseling, where we studied about offering para counseling support in the school environment. We studied also foundations of education in Ghana, where we talked about the history of education, how education institutions were established in Ghana, and certain issues, contemporary issues affecting education in Ghana. We also touched on, we also studied principles of Christian faith, um, talked a lot about doctrines that shaped our our morality as well. Curriculum studies, which was also a fantastic course that gave us insight into curriculum and its preparation and assessment in education, research methods in education, methods of teaching, supported teaching. We also had educational psychology and inclusive education, where we dealt a lot with educational theory and human development. We had also instructional technologies, which is one of my favorites so far because it deals with the use of technological tools in teaching. And in the 21st century, especially post COVID, this has become a very vital tool for instruction and learning. And it's been a very, very good course, a very good experience doing this course as well. Uh, Also, educational management and administration, supported teaching, where we were sent to certain schools to have teaching observation and also acquaint ourselves with the uh, school environment. And we also are doing portfolio. Some of the leadership roles included collaboration in the sense of getting people together, especially during group works, assignments, getting people together, organizing presentations, leading presentations as well, peer engagement. We come from different backgrounds and we managed to work as a team uh, in lots of instances. And so a good learning curve. Some skills and competencies I acquired include lesson planning and delivery, also understanding educational psychology, educational technology, and the use of digital tools like Google Classroom. There are other digital tools that we've learned and are going to apply moving. And so this is about the supported teaching observation that I did. I did mine at St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School. I went there for 6 weeks, once a week, to observe classes and learn and have a feel of the school environment. And it was particularly good for me because it allowed me to also acquaint myself with the Ghanaian educational system. So it was also a learning curve because I would say the only teaching I've done so far, though I was on the periphery, has been in Cape Verde. So this was also um, a good experience to reacquaint myself and compare instances from both worlds. So I observed English classes and I observed the science class as well, and mostly was English classes. And it was a rich experience with my mentor, who was extremely collaborative and cooperative and helped a lot to facilitate this experience. And I got to learn a lot, got to see the curriculum, got to see lesson planning. We had some prototype um, lesson lesson plans and development, and we could. I was also giving insight into assessment and what goes into it, and so there were. It was a fantastic experience as well. Yes, professional development. I This is a good certification to teach while developing a pathway to clinical exercise physiology, which is the end goal, clinical exercise physiology. And this also expands my practice as a fitness educator as well, to improve on my pedagogy skills, also to expand my pre and post rehab practice in collaboration with other health professionals. As a corrective exercise specialist, most clients are usually people suffering from chronic illnesses, who have been discharged from hospital and need to continue their treatment. And so um, it's it's a practice that involves a collaboration with health professionals like physiotherapists, medical doctors, occupational therapists. It's a teamwork, right? So there are referrals in and out, and usually one would need a medical report to start any form of exercise program. And so I'll just introduce you to Cesar. Cesar is um, Cesar is my teaching and learning aid, and Cesar is my anatomical skeleton model that I use to enhance teaching through practical and visual demonstrations. It helps students connect to anatomical structures with movement, posture, and exercise application, making complex concepts easier to understand. Using Cesar, I can teach topics such as human anatomy and biomechanics, posture and movement assessment, common postural distortions, muscle imbalances and movement dysfunction, corrective exercise principles, joint alignment and mobility, flexibility, stability, and neuromuscular control, injury prevention, and movement optimization. And so Cesar bridges the gap between theory and practice, creating a more engaging and interactive learning experience for students. I fell in love with the practical aspect of teaching, making teaching come alive, and so students are never going to have a boring day in my class, especially if I opt to teach any of the life sciences or any of the specialize in any of the life sciences, depending on what I decide to do next. And so this experience in Valley View has increased my confidence a lot. This started as a young man who was on the periphery in the counseling room uh, as a substitute teacher sometimes, but um, I have gained more, I've learned more technicalities when it comes to what goes in being a teacher. Also has taught me resilience. It has not been easy uh, to to do this program because there have been lots of uh, issues, personal issues that could have derailed my progress. And uh, I also am a person who is interested in continuous improvement, continuous improvement to go higher, to learn more, and keep practicing more. Whatever we've done so far as coursework. And um, a bit of a photo gallery, campus, school. Valley View is a serene campus learning environment. A bit of a photo from my engagement with some of the students from St. Thomas Aquinas during my teaching observation, which was a fantastic. Thank you very much for your attention. If there are any questions or any discussion, you can put down a comment or raise your hand and I'll be prepared to answer. Thank you very much.